of course, because before most of us thought about the trans-cis question, we were used to the thought that that locker rooms would be gendered and bathrooms would be gendered, and that therefore we would only ever meet people who were clearly by our own criteria of our own gender in those places. And when we meet someone there who's not by our original criteria clearly of our gender in those places, it can be a bit discomforting, because bathrooms and locker rooms are places where we're very conscious of our sexual bodies. Right. We're very conscious of the fact, even when I'm alone, or even when I'm in the locker room with only cis men, I'm aware of them as male-bodied, as having those sexual bodies. And this anxiety is already there because one thing that is a feature of the gender systems in many places, and continues to be so, I think, in almost all places, is that there's an asymmetry in the ways in which people who identify as men and people who identify as women expect to be regarded. And in particular, it's central to the heterosexuality of many cis men that they don't like the thought of being regarded as sexual objects. Now, women have been pointing out for a long time that kind of sexual objectification is unpleasant, that constantly being regarded as a sexual body when you're just trying to go about your business in public life gets in the way of, may get in the way of your dignity and your self-respect. So feminists have objected to objectification all along, but men are not used to being objectified in that way. And so when they're in their locker rooms, they're often anxious if they think not just that there's somebody who might have a non-male body, but if there's someone who might desire a male body around. And right. So they're already anxious about gay men in their locker rooms for that reason. But they understand that they can't exclude gay men if they're going to insist that they're entitled to a special place on the basis of their sexual body. Well, I say, just as soldiers have gotten used to the fact that they have to share barracks and dormitories and latrines and tight packing with straight and gay men and straight and gay women, so we can just get used to being in the locker rooms with trans men if we're men and trans women if we're women. So, and that seems to be like a decent thing to do in order, as I say, to do the thing that we surely want to do in society, which is to shape our identities in such a way that as many as people as possible can be comfortable in them.